Hello everyone, welcome to the Dio's Toy Shop channel. I will be showing you videos about green light cars, Johnny Lightning cars, and 596, along with some other brands that I may encounter that I like. Today we'll be looking at the Port Authority Chevy Suburban by 596, the Chevrolet Express by 596, a Toyota Camry, and a Rollin 164 NYPD Crown Victoria. The first model I'll open is the Chevrolet Express. This is a very nice model. It has, I believe, a metal base. These little trims here seem to be plastic. The headlights are very nicely detailed, along with other smaller details like these bumper stickers and the detailing on the side running step board. The next model I'll open is the Chevy Suburban. As you can see, unlike the other NYPD units, this is a Port Authority, so it actually has a transparent light bar, as the normal ones have red mixed into it. This is, I believe, a metal base. No bumper stickers because this is a Port Authority and not an NYPD unit. New York plates. I can't quite make out the plate numbers and what else it says, but if you can see it, you're welcome. Headlights, very nice. The interior details I cannot see, but I will be opening up these vehicles in a little bit. To stay on track with the NYPD theme, I will be opening up this Crown Victoria. As you can see, it comes with a little background insert, and the case just slides off. I will be removing this model shortly, but for now we'll look at it on the stand. As you can see, very, very wonderfully detailed. The quality of these Rollin vehicles are just far better than the green light. And 596 is half the price, but they're both pretty close in my opinion, but these are much more affordable, the 596 models. I will have to say, these license plate readers and this antenna does not come with the model. I have the Chase variant of the same model right here, and you can see it just comes bare. Lastly, we have this Toyota Camry. I do not have a reason to keep this blank. I will most likely add NYPD decals, as NYPD does use Toyota Camrys for their traffic division. So this is a very nice addition. As you can see, I have not experienced this brand before, so it's pretty new. It does look like it is more on the green light level of quality, but on the upper side. This has a plastic base. You can also unscrew this just like the 596 models, so that's actually very impressive. I'm glad they included that. The license plates say Camry, and I believe Chinese characters underneath the Camry. I'm not sure. Headlights are maybe plastic. I can't quite tell. These rear ones are definitely plastic though. They do look on the iffier side on quality. And it is very light. It is comparable to... It is slightly heavier than this Matchbox car right here. But it still looks very good. I did remove the Rollin vehicle from its stand. It does just come off with a normal plus tip. I'm not familiar. I can't remember the actual name of this type of screw. But it just screws in 2 screws right on the bottom. Very simple. The vehicle itself on the base is very, very nicely detailed. As you can see with 596 on a similar vehicle, it is just blank. I will have to say the bases on the Rollin vehicles are made out of plastic, while this is metal, so 596 is significantly heavier, but the detail on Rollin is far greater than 596, and that's most likely a cost-cutting measure, is to have the plastic base. I will be looking at the bases individually so I do not mix up the screws, but it comes off with about the same size screw for your screw tip. The screws itself are not the same size. As you can see, the wheels do not fall out, so you do not have to worry about that when opening the models, but as you can see, there is a gaping hole for the stand. But when we remove this very carefully, because this is a more expensive model, this interior design has a cage, nicely detailed rear brake light, painted Panasonic Toughbook or laptop, whatever you want to call it. Very nice. And here's what it looks like in here for anyone that's wondering. One note is this is actually the exact same interior that's on this unit right here, which is a New York State Police state trooper. I could make a video on that vehicle once 596 releases a vehicle of the similar department with not similar department, it is the same department, New York State Police, but it will be a 596 Crown Victoria, which will be lovely to have with Rollin, and it'll just add to my collection. That's all I'm saying. I will add, when putting the screws back in, you do not have to screw it on very tight. You can put it on pretty loose and it'll stay in. Do not try to force it. You'll strip either the screw itself, the little insert for the screw, or you could crack the plastic for the base. For the van, it seems to only have 1 screw. Yep, and this rear part should just fall out. As you can see, it is stuck. And I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So when you bring it out, push it out this way. As you can see, this is very heavy itself. It's a big casting. The back interior, extremely plain, but it makes sense as there are no rear windows on this particular van. There is one that does have windows, and hopefully I'll be able to also look at that vehicle. But there is a cage, and there is some interior design. I did not know these laptops faced in towards the driver, but maybe they do not have a secondary officer with them. But these pieces are plastic right there on the side. And the base, most likely with this scuffing right here, this is most likely a metal base. It just feels very light for some odd reason. But most likely this is some kind of metal base with that scuffing right there. Usually you won't see that kind of scuffing with plastic. So I'll also try to show you how to put this back on. Kind of latch it. Here, I gotta get it in view. Latch it in swing it back down, pop it back, get the screw, get your tip. Sorry guys, my screw does not want to stay. Screw it back in. This one does seem to have a deeper connection, but it doesn't screw in too far. So that's pretty nice. As you can see, most of these models from China do not use rivets, which is very interesting, saying how Greenlight stamps, or not rivets, they stamp the bottom. This is not Greenlight, but this is Johnny Lightning. They do the same thing. You can kind of see it. They stamp the metal down, and you cannot open it up as easily as these 596 models. Oh, it seems this one also comes out like the van. So you swing. That one's much simpler. It's not as scary. Metal base, very heavy. The wheels do not fall out with this new design where they have the wheel well right here. This is different, but they also have this locking. If you purchase one of these Crown Victorias and open them up, the wheels will just fall out. I have a picture of that on my Instagram. There's the base. Here's the interior. Wow. They even included the very last row of seats. That's very nice. As you can see though, very few details compared to like Rollin. There's no laptop or nothing in this vehicle, but this is Port Authority. I'm not sure how they get dispatched to their calls and how they keep track of all that. And they probably all just, like airport police, have a local radio channel that they all stay on. My conclusion for this video, 596. That is a Rollin, and this is the other brand, but 596, very nice, very cheap too. eBay, probably around $20, but if you go on AliExpress like I did, it's about $10 per vehicle, slightly more than Greenlight, but the quality is very nice. So you can see these are massive vehicles. And then we could take Greenlight forward for a size comparison. That looks really nice together. We'll move the van, get the Suburban. They match up really well. We'll also take this Johnny Lightning Tahoe, which are supposed to be smaller than the Suburbans. This is a much older Tahoe than the Suburban we have here, but they do look about the same size. I'm not as skeptical as this being 164 as this Johnny Lightning. I feel like it's kind of iffy on 164, but all the ones that are police that I've seen have been relative to the right size. If you're looking for cheaper models, 596 right here, I definitely recommend. These are fantastic for what you get. Rollin, this is if you've already have either the 596 Crown Victoria or don't mind my accessories. These do not come stock on a Greenlight. But if you already also have a couple of Greenlights, or you just do not want the Greenlight cars, because look at those headlights compared to those headlights. So you can see these ones are also very similar with their headlights. They're different at the same time. But this is if you've run out and you no longer want 596 and you want to pay a little bit more for a little bit extra detail. These are amazing. I definitely do recommend all of these brands, even Greenlight, even though sometimes their quality is atrocious. As you can see, that's not the stamped metal. I had to drill out this base, adjust it, and I just super glued it. I didn't feel like doing anything fancy to fix it. So I had to fix my own car that I paid aftermarket $13 for. So that's very unfortunate. But as you can see, you can get lucky, get a nice, good looking vehicle like this one. That is all for today. Hopefully I will have more reviews soon of maybe some other cars that I've already had and I just never made a video because, you know, I wasn't into the video making stuff. But as you can see, I have the Impala, Ford Police Interceptor. Obviously you can see here, Crown Victoria, and many other models from different departments that are very interesting. So that is all. Goodbye.